Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Så att konsten kere konso bappa konso felina. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and
Hey there. Welcome to Wanna Bet. I'm Jason. That's Ben. Well, it's already being funky. That's our janky clock up there. That it looks like it's 1:36, but we believe it will now jump down to 1:22. Each day, our clock gets less and less predictable. But wait, Ben, we got enough on our plate trying to handicap all these games and all these different sports that we do 7 days a week, and we show all our work and we track every bet. We tell you when we're hot. We tell you when we're not. Now we got to also handicap our janky Odyssey clock, which is not this. There's nothing normal about this clock, which there's not much normal about this show. We've got kangaroos, we've got lobsters, so I get it. It's very apropos, but it's a little mind-numbing. There's our rundown. First, second, third down. Our favorite bets of the day. Fourth down, we get a little weird. We give you quick hitters to get you paid quickly in games. We give you long shot, long-term bets. We delve in some weird markets you normally might not delve in, and we normally might not delve in. Overtime, we get your parlays every day. It's usually football, but we're running out of, obviously, NFL football. And we start the show with showing our work. I had a couple real doozies yesterday, Beltway Ben. A 4-unit swing, a several $100 swing for me in the Dortmund match. This is an all-timer for me. Dortmund have 10 corners in the first half of the game alone. They hit the post, they hit the crossbar. They have 75% of the possession. They're doing all the things we thought Dortmund would do. Twice players get hauled down in the box. They're not awarded a penalty either time. They do finally break through, though, Beltway Ben. Remember, we got the Dortmund half full, over 2.5 goals. They would win the match 3-2. We've got Dortmund -1 first half, where we could have at least pushed that. They're up 1-0. They have a throw-in in their own half near midfield. We're 5 minutes of added time in the first half, Beltway Ben, and we are 4 minutes in. 4 minutes plus in. If they just take a long throw down the field, and the Heidenheim keeper punts it upfield, we probably get a whistle when we go to half. Instead, they throw the ball to the middle of the pitch. They're immediately dispossessed. Heidenheim flanks the ball to the left side now. Dortmund has a defender in a great trail position. He takes 3 steps. He pulls his hamstring. He falls down like he was shot. Heidenheim has a race to the penalty box now, untouched. They end up with a bullshit toe poke goal right as the first half really should have already been over. Like, you can't make it up. At the same time in Aston Villa, Beltway Ben, we got Villa hosting Brentford. Brentford go down to 10 men in the 45th minute. They score at the end of first half added time somehow. In the second half, Villa scores a goal that appears to be a clean goal to everyone. VAR goes back like 2.5 minutes in time and says the ball had gone out of bounds. Now, they end up losing 1-0 anyway. There's no doubt in my mind, once Villa breaks through 1-1, they are winning that match. They are getting a second goal. Like, Brentford end up holding on for dear life. But what happened in Dortmund? I cannot believe where that ball was thrown in. If that defender doesn't die, if his hamstring doesn't explode, and he even interferes with that run of play, and it's centered into the box, and it's headed out, that's the whistle. We push on the -1 first half, and we would have won 2 units because Dortmund, they had a 4th goal they scored as well. Gyasi had a hat trick. They took that goal off the goddamn board. But that was a real kick in the freaking junk, Beltway Ben. We were very strong in college hoops. We cannot catch a break in soccer right now. We cannot catch a break in soccer right now.
Yeah, for me, if I wouldn't have went to Twitter to post 2 plays, it would have been a profitable night. But Sabonis is ruled out, so looking at what the Kings have done in minutes played and things like that, and when Sabonis has been out, Precious Achiuwa has been on the court. So take that and say, all right, I'm going to play Achiuwa for a double-double, which is plus 600. And I'll also play him over 6.5 rebounds. He has 5 and 3 in 7 minutes in the first quarter. Gets benched, pulled out, which I thought was regular, would come right back in the second quarter. Doesn't play the entire second quarter for Dylan Cardwell, a rookie from Auburn who literally logged 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists in the first half. Doug Christie is a fraud. Then we have them start the second half. And I'm like, all right, well, it's got to be an injury. Nope, he starts the second half. So now I'm like, this isn't good. Now we can't get the refund. We're not going to get our money back. He's playing.
No, right. He's playing in the second half. You're asked.
So,
fair play.
So let me see how many minutes. Give me 5-6 minutes. See if you can grab the 7 boards that I need. Because 4 boards, again, he grabbed 3 and 7 minutes in the first half. Doug Christie had it all figured out. Meanwhile, he lost to the damn Wizards without Alex Sarr. Yeah, he's a joke. Terrible coach, and he should be fired. But no, so we go second half. 2 minutes. Precious Achiuwa turns the ball over, gets back and helps get a stop. Christie storms out on the court, calls timeout, puts his ass on the bench, does not see the court again. And then I'm like, am I crazy? I got to find, and again, I understand guys being benched in sports. I'm an athlete. I know when things aren't going well for one player, this dude has to sit. I'm not one of those people every single time, if my bet loses, this is rigged. But to play a dude 9 minutes against a team that sucks on the interior, and they have Bagley, it's not like they were playing a small lineup, and Achiuwa can run a little bit. He can move well. To throw Dylan Cardwell out there, and Reynaud, I know you want to see your younger guys. Achiuwa ain't that old himself. There was something up there. I go to Twitter and I see a bunch of people talking about it. I'm like, all right, thankfully I'm not the only one. A guy that's played 25 plus minutes with Sabonis on the court, 20 to 25 minutes with Sabonis on the court. When he's not there, 30, 28 to 30. And then yesterday we get 9 minutes, and there was something off there. I wish I would have known before, but oh well, we'll take the loss on the chin there. But I do think that some things are going on in the NBA right now that are very rigged.
I lost 4 units on a hamstring. If anybody else was watching that Bortman match, email us. wannabetwithus@gmail.com. We can celebrate when it's time to celebrate, and we can commiserate when it's time to commiserate. I still can't believe, when he threw the ball to the middle of the pitch, I'm like, why are you just not taking a long throw towards the Heidenheim goal? And let's get to halftime up 1-0. You should be up 3-0. Shout out to the UMKC Kangaroos. That train's always on time. Beltway Ben, at one point that game was 49-16, I believe.
The live spread was 38.
The Roos
The live spread the first
the
half was
assignment.
38.5. I saw it right before halftime. It was 38.5 live spread. I was like,
the Roos understood the assignment. And our guy Buzz Williams, whenever they face bro, their margin of defeat against ranked teams now is like minus 33. I'm not going to mess with them hosting Ohio State on midweek, but I will attack them next weekend.
He's such
Maryland against ranked opponents is an auto fade.
He sucks. He sucks. Yeah, you can. I knew it. I knew it right away. He's a fraud. It was a bad hire. He's not fixing anything. I don't want to hear that he started late. Let's look at Texas A&M compared to Maryland right now. A&M started later than him. Go look at Buckyball down there leading the SEC. Fraud.
Oh, yeah. If anybody else was watching the Riders St. Peter's game, and I mean, you know who you are if you did. Rider had won twice all season, Beltway Ben, and they go on a 14-2 run. They're down 9 against St. Peter's, the best team in the MAC. And they start hitting behind, they're hitting NBA shots with their eyes closed and a hand in their face. They're hitting NBA threes. And they go on a 14-2 run. And I can't even I had St. Peter's money line in several parlays. And for Rider to win their third game that way. And then St. Peter's hits a 3 to tie it. And they get a rebound with 6 seconds left, Beltway Ben. Or no, with 12 seconds left. And I'm like, well, at least we're going to go to overtime. And some kid chucks up a shot with 6 seconds left that had no chance of going. And Rider gets a 3-on-1 the other way. And instead of Rider taking the layup, a kid spots up from the top of the key and nails a three-pointer. Rider inbound with 1.7 seconds. They get it to half court. The kid launches one, hits the front rim, and goes out. Rider wins. St. Peter's loses. Rider's third win of the year. They're down 9 with 3 minutes left. 14-2 run, Beltway Ben. All right, let's get into it. We got a janky clock. Happy Monday. I'm going right back to soccer. I'm sorry. Like, it's got to turn. It's got to turn. It has to turn. I'm going to stroke Sean K's lobster for good luck. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Sunderland, who are great at home in the Stadium of Light, hosting Burnley, who are pretty much shite everywhere. We are taking Sunderland to win and at least 3 goals in this match. Sunderland win at home, but they generally concede, right? Sunderland's got 3 clean sheets in 11 matches at the Stadium of Light. Burnley go on the road, folks. They are 1-2-8 away from home. 13 goals scored, 27 conceded. They have kept 0 clean sheets. The BTTS has hit 9 of 11 Burnley road matches. So they're usually good for 1, and they're usually good to give up 2, right? 27 goals conceded in 11 road matches. They've allowed the most road goals in the Premiership. Burnley have been getting points lately. That scares me a little bit, but you look at who they face, it's mostly shite. 8 of Burnley's 11 road games have gone over the 2.5. Sunderland have played 3 straight matches that have gone over the 2.5. I think here's where the little bit of run of good fortune ends for Burnley. This is juiced in our favor a little bit because Sunderland haven't been as good as home lately, and Burnley have been picking up points. But this match is on USA Cable Network at 3 o'clock. Watch it with us. We're due for a win.
Yeah, first down, we're going to play.
Oh, that's plus 208. Sorry, plus 208 at DraftKings, Spotify's, and Apple Bottoms. My bad.
First down, we're going to the NBA. Kawhi Leonard over 24.5 points at minus 110 in a matchup with the 76ers later tonight. Over this last game, under in 2 of his last 3, but when you look at how the season's gone for him, it was a slow start coming back from injury, the minutes restriction. Then all of a sudden, he turns it up and was clearing this number every single game, knocking down threes. He was shooting 20 to 26 shots per game, and they've needed that, to be quite honest with you. But we were calling it out way before anybody else was. This team was starting to turn it around. They were playing better basketball, and they're playing better basketball at home, which is also where Kawhi's been better if you look at his numbers, averaging 32.2 points per game in home games compared to just 22.7 on the road. He gets a matchup here with the Sixers tonight. 118.5 points per game they're allowing over their last 6. That is bottom 6 in the NBA. In that time frame, I think Kawhi is going to have to get it going. James Harden's expected to be back. He was out with a personal matter last game, and this is a revenge game for Harden, right? Did spend some time with Philadelphia, and we know how that thing ended, but James Harden's perfectly fine adding 15 assists and letting Kawhi take the game over how he always will. Kawhi wants the basketball. Kawhi's a star. He's matching up with a few other stars on the other side, Embiid, Maxey. I'd expect Kawhi to get it going here over 24.5 points at minus 110.
Love it. I told you guys, right? I'm shite in soccer right now. I am shite in the footy. Consider yourself warned.
Once I start this, I'm going to run real quick. I'll be right back, but you'll get a good start.
We can put the 136 up there.
I give it some time. You all right? You want a minute? I'll chop it down.
I ain't scared. This is just one game. I got it. Second down, we're going to the hardwood. It's a low number, 219.5. Rockets at the Pacers. We're going under. We didn't think we'd go under. Well, we thought we'd go under. We saw this number and we weren't sure if we'd go under. But what happens with the Rockets? Beltway Ben, even though you're not here and can't hear me, when the number is 221 or less this season, the Rockets are 5-1 to the under. The Pacers, when the total is 222 or less this year, they played 4 games. All 4 have gone under. The Rockets play the slowest pace on the road in the NBA for the season. What if you filter it just for the last 10 games like Beltway Ben and I like to do? Guess what? It's still the slowest pace in the NBA over their last 10 road games. Indiana has trouble scoring the basketball. Indiana is not an efficient offense. Indiana's under in 7 of their last 9 at home. The ones that have gone over against Atlanta, their games in Atlanta tend to get a little crazy. Indiana for the season, 25-17 to the under as a dog. The Rockets are under in 8 of their last 9 on the road. The Rockets are under in 14 of their last 16 overall. That is indicative in this number. Trust me, I thought I would talk myself out of this. Instead, I got on it this morning. I'm still going to ride the under. I'm not sure the Pacers get to 100 points, and I don't know what the Rockets are putting on the show either.
I'll stay with that game for second down. We're going to play Alperen Şengün, over 23.5 points.
No compliment from you.
Sure.
I gotta beg you to respect me, respecting the clock.
Sorry, Jason, you're a pro. That was one of the more impressive things that I've seen since I've been here, and I got to give you a lot of credit there.
One of the highlights of my career.
I'm
really washed, Ben.
No,
I'm really washed.
I would take that over.
Now's when I'm supposed to tell you to
anything.
Google me. I did some shit before back in the day.
Yeah, you did.
You sound like my kids.
What do they do? What do they?
They think I'm washed. They're right. I am.
No, I did not. What a bet is taking over the world. You just beat the clock that's janky, and I gave you credit for it, and you're saying I'm calling you washed? What the?
Well, I mean, it's a little different doing it when 3.5 million people are watching. And they tell you got 90 seconds, then they tell you got 60 seconds.
Absolutely. We'll get there. Sports betting. Sports betting's taking over the world.
Oh, wait, Ben, that was a moment in time. I don't miss it. I miss the paychecks. I don't miss anything else about it.
Yeah. All right, we'll go out. Oh, geez, I didn't know what time. I'll let the clock.
Now the clock. What happened to the clock, Ben? I messed you up. I messed up our clock.
Yeah, we're good. We'll take it to overtime here.
100 miles and running?
Yeah, no. Alfred Şengün over 23.5 points at -110. I like Şengün a lot tonight. I liked him the other night, and he scores just 14. He screws us on the parlay. He screws us on the 20-plus points. I think he's going to get it going. When you look at the matchup, right, he's under this in 3 straight games. Had 33 the game before that. All that being said, go look at what centers have done against the Pacers in a bunch of games. Joel Embiid, 30-plus points when he faced off with them. Just a few games ago, we saw Miles Turner do the same thing. Şengün has got to be the guy when you have Kevin Durant off of the court. Kevin Durant is ruled out. Şengün needs to get it going. I like him a lot here. How can it be a yellow card for a guy that screwed me just once? He's cashed for me a bunch this year.
Did he screw you more than once?
No.
Şengün
has cashed for me a bunch. Şengün has cashed for me a bunch this year. I have our history, actually. Şengün cannot be. I mean, I'm playing him a few other ways.
I feel like Şengün effed you at least twice last week.
Maybe, but he's cashed for me a bunch. I'm positive Şengün has cashed a bunch for me. I just took his boards Friday night. He cashed over 9.5. That was a cash.
I thought he effed you in a couple parlays prior to that.
No, cashed. January 23rd, I had a parlay. He cashed for me. Where else do we have him? 7+ boards.
I didn't pull it out. I just brandished it.
Double.
I just brandished it. I didn't pull it out.
What day is that? 14? I want to check that, actually. Tuesday the 13th. Did he cash this? I have him for double. If he cashed that one, there's no possible chance he could be 13. No, he did. Oh. Yeah, he did have a double. Double right there. Yeah, Şengün is not banned. He is. Just can't be.
Respect, Şengün. Respect.
Yes.
Why did you start the clock at 1:20 last time? Or did it just do that itself?
I did not. So I told you I cannot change it. Whatever it says, it is. So that's where it went. It's getting worn down as it goes. It's getting worn down.
We got a temperamental clock.
One play at a time. Every time you hit start, you just never know what it's going to throw at you.
Okay.
Be ready for anything here. I mean, just so you remember, just so everybody who's viewing remembers, we set this to 136, so we got a true 1:30, and it's turned into us getting 1:20. Oh, jeez.
So are we good? Is it halftime?
Yeah, it's halftime.
Entre tiempo. Should I try to say it and finish? Pueliaiko. Is that a K? Pueliaiko. Rafa, if you're watching, did I say it correctly and finish? I spent a lot of time in Finland, actually. Spent about a month in Finland back in the day, or a good 3 weeks. Covering an was it under 17? No. Was it under 20? No, it must have been under 18 World Cup. Back when Freddie Adu was a thing. You ever heard of Freddie Adu?
Have not.
Does that name mean anything to you? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
He was going to be the next big thing in U.S. soccer. He was right here in Maryland. Mom immigrated from Ghana, won a immigration lottery. Was working at a Home Depot in Bethesda, and a bunch of soccer coaches in the area, like D1 soccer coaches, started telling me about this middle schooler who they thought could like play D1 soccer by the time he was like in high school, if he grew even a little bit.
And it didn't work out.
Well, I mean, look, he was the youngest player ever to play in MLS. He became the youngest player ever to score in MLS. I think he was the youngest U.S. player to ever secure a 7-figure transfer fee to a major European league. Portugal probably wasn't the best place to start. But no, it did not end up as planned. There's a documentary there one day. I'd love to do it with Howard Bryant. Freddie, I got to call you. Third down. College hoop, where we've been good. We're going to lay the 13.5 with Howard. Howard's at Coppin. That's not much of a drive. That's D.C. to downtown Baltimore. It's only about I'd say it's probably 50 miles, 45 miles. It could take 3 hours given traffic, but it won't. Look, I think Howard's the class of the MEAC, and Coppin is struggling. Howard plus 9-point differential in conference, best in the MEAC. Coppin minus 8.3, eighth. Howard plus 10.2 rebound in margin. They crushed the boards, number one in the MEAC. Coppin plus 0.7. Coppin also turns the ball over too much. Eighth in the conference in assist to turnover ratio. Coppin is 4-10 against the spread their last 14. Coppin is 0-4 against the spread at home. Howard's covered 8 of their last 11 games. Howard's last 4 wins, 3 of them are by 14 or more points. We think this is a smash spot. We also like the Tar Heels, laying 11.5, hosting Syracuse. I went to Syracuse. My daughter's a junior at Syracuse. I know Syracuse has looked okay lately, but I think they get smashed here. UNC's been destroying people at home, Beltway Ben. 91-69. There was a tight one, 87-84, but then 79-66, 99-51, 77-58, 80-62. 8-4 are the Tar Heels against the spread at home. Average margin of victory, 22. The Cuse, 3-5 against the spread as a dog. They've covered just once in their last 5 games. The Cuse can't shoot the 3 ball. They rely on the 2 to score. The Tar Heels, Beltway Ben, number 5 in the country, defending the 2 ball. 5th lowest shooting percentage in the country against UNC, taking 2-point shots. We think they smash them by 15 or more. And look, we like Kansas on the money line at Texas Tech. Plus 170 at the Bet 365 was the best we found it. Kansas has won 5 in a row. They're coming off a big win over BYU. Top 24 offense, top 13 defense. I get it. Texas is really tough. But I think this game is a toss-up. You look at their numbers. They're very similar profiles, very similar results. Tough place to play. I get all that. But Beltway Ben, Texas Tech is shooting 42% from 3-point land in conference. I don't think that's happening against Kansas tonight. Kansas is holding teams to a 32% 3-point percentage in conference play. Kansas is the better defensive team. And Texas Tech, they don't get to the line enough for me. And when they do, they don't make their foul shots. In a close game, I think Kansas gets a signature road win tonight, Beltway Ben. I just think it's a great value play. These two teams, to me, are very evenly matched. And even factoring home court advantage, you're getting almost 2-1.
Do you, every time Syracuse is on, me and my dad are watching, he always says Q's in the house. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that?
Oh my God. Danger.
Yeah.
I was there then.
Yeah. I figured.
That was
I
J-Dubs, John Wallace.
Yeah. It was what? The Final Four? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time they're on, my dad says
when
that.
the Q's is in the house. Oh my God.
Oh
danger.
my God. Yeah. All right. I'm going to be going against you there for one of them. We're going to play
Nice.
Texas Tech minus 4.5 at minus 106. There's a lot going on here with Darren Peterson. I don't know what that is. You know, you play the first half and you look like the true number 1 pick, and then you play 2 minutes in the second half and sit the rest of the game. And some of the people are saying that's his agency, that's whatever. That's fine. They were up 21 points when he played all of a sudden we see BYU go on a big run and almost win that game. Texas Tech gets 2 guys back, Mosley and Bamboy. That's 2 bigs. Mosley's going to shoot the 3 fine. He'll play. These are both role players, but they add to what they already have. And I like them. They're coming off of a loss. I like teams coming off of a loss, to be quite honest with you. At UCF, it was up and down. They were up early. They blow it late, allow 88 points. McCaslin coming off of losses has been damn good. He's also been damn good against Bill Self in his career, where he is 2-0 against him. I just think Topman's going to be able to get it going. This game is in Lubbock, which is massive here. We know that crowd will show out. I like this a lot. And Kansas, I don't buy them just yet. They're playing good basketball right now, but I don't buy them just yet. Texas Tech's shooting, Jason just pointed it out. Like, Texas Tech has been damn good from beyond the arc, and I don't know that that's going to change here at home. On the road, maybe. At home, I think they're going to get it going again. Anderson's a dog. Toppin's a dog. The way that Kansas is going to have to stop them interests me. We'll see how they guard Toppin. Do they try to double him, or do they just let him go one-on-one and see if they can stop him that way? I just don't know if Flory will be able to stop him there. So Texas Tech -4.5, -106.
All right. 4th down is definitely weird for me. We played this a couple days ago. Shaheed to be the first player with 40 or more receiving yards in the Super Bowl. We got it at +1,600. It's down to +1,480 today at the DraftKings. Look, I think they're going to have to double Smith and Jigba, or at least pay special attention to him. We were waiting for Shaheed and Darnold to develop a connection. I'd say it's here. He's one of the best deep ball pass catchers in the NFL. He's got legitimate speed, a top flight burner. You didn't start the clock, Ben. Let's see where it goes when you start it. Oh, only 14 seconds. And look, I think they've been taking shots in the early game script. I've got another bet along these lines, a first drive bet that we'll get to later in the week, because I don't think that's going to lose a lot of value, and I want to sprinkle these out. But for what he can do to a defense, we're not talking elite corners here. Gonzalez will be on Smith and Jigba with a safety over the top. Nobody attempted more deep balls than Darnold, right? He led the NFL in yards per attempt. This could be a 40-yard shot to Shaheed very early in the script, very early in the game. I just think there's too much value there to resist for a guy who's got this much explosion, and a quarterback who's been connecting on deep balls all year.
4th and weird for me. We're going to play back to Şengün, which he'll be featured a few times here. We're going to play Alperen Şengün over 1.5 3-pointers attempted at +135. You go back to January, he cleared this in just 4 of 14 games. But you go back to December when he was dealing with the injury a little bit, he cleared this in 4 of 9. I think he's going to be shooting the 3 a lot. 2 games he's played without Kevin Durant this season. Cleared it in both of those matchups, took 4 attempts. Some of that is because in October and November, he was shooting the 3 more. Clearly, Udoka probably got in his ear and yelled at him, hey, we don't need you doing that as much. But now with no Kevin Durant, he's going to have to shoot. And he's comfortable shooting it. It's not pretty. It doesn't fall a lot. But he is comfortable in his shot. He's comfortable throwing around, playing Şengün ball, however he wants to do it. Tonight, I think there's a lot of pressure on him. I like him to take 2 threes with no Kevin Durant at +135.
That's a good call, boss. I'm Astro. Do you know about Astro? You ever heard about Astro?
Don't know.
Meet George Jetson.
Sounds familiar.
Huh?
Sounds familiar.
His boy Elroy.
You
know anything about that?
That sounds.
You know the Jetsons a little bit?
Yes.
Was it his wife, Judy? Jane, his wife. Judy was the daughter. I think the Great Gazoo started in the Jetsons and then somehow matriculated back in time to the Flintstones. The Great Gazoo?
I gotta see
anything.
This. Let me see. I gotta look. I don't know. Great Gazoo.
Roll, George. Rastro. Spacely Sprockets?
Oh yeah, from the Flintstones. I know the Flintstones.
Yeah, the Great Gazoo, but I'm pretty sure he started in the Jetsons.
The Jets. Hold on.
Meet George Jetson.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. Rastro. Okay.
Yeah, familiar with them.
There you go. So that happened. Overtime. We like Sam Darnold to do what he's done all year. He averages 240 passing yards a game, just about. We like Sam Darnold to throw for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns in this Super Bowl. That's plus 192 at the DraftKings. We've laddered it at 250 and 260. I think there's a chance he goes off here. It's a balanced offense right now. I don't think New England's been tested lately. This will be played in a hermetically sealed dome, which means the weather's not going to help New England's defense out here. I think the Seattle offensive line is going to get a little healthier here. The 2 weeks off, plus remember they already had the bye, will serve them well. And Darnold, he loves throwing the deep ball, and I think it's going to be a problem for New England safeties here. Darnold faced the Rams twice lately. He did it both times against them. He's played a lot of division games lately, so if you just look at the numbers, you're not going to see this happening all the time. But he's incredibly confident now. Look, he shed his skin in the playoffs. People can't call him a choker anymore. I think he's going to have a big game here, and I think New England's getting exposed. And then we also played an NHL parlay. First period overs in the San Jose Chicago game and the Montreal Minnesota game. So the Sharks are at the Blackhawks. San Jose is 19-8 to the over in the first period on the road. That is the second highest hit rate in the NHL. SJ Sharkey is 7-3 to the over in the first period, their last 10 road first periods, and take home road out of it. The first period over is hit in 8 of the last 10 Sharks games. Chicago's 6-4 to the over in the first period, their last 10 at home. Chicago in the month of January had the 9th worst goals against average in the NHL. There have been 2 or more first period goals in 4 of the last 6 Blackhawks games. And then look, Montreal and Minnesota, they're 2 of the top 3 over teams in the league in general. The over is hit 9 times in the last 10 first periods played in Minnesota. The over, first period over is hit in 8 of the last 10 wild games overall. Montreal, 6 overs in their last 10 road first periods. Montreal is an over team in the first period on the road for the season. Minnesota, 5th worst goals against in the league in January. Montreal, 6th highest goals per game produced in the month of January. We think both these games could get a little wild. Let's have them get a little wild a little early. First period overs in those 2 games, plus 119 at the Bet365.
All right, we're going to play 2 NBA parlays, and then we're also going to play an NBA total that I figure I'd just throw in for overtime. We'll start with our first parlay. This is a little bit more of a longer shot. Şengün and Kawhi Leonard, 20-plus points. Moussa Diabate, 10-plus rebounds. Anthony Edwards, 4-plus assists, plus 283. Şengün and Kawhi, those games are later at 7. I already broke all those down, why I think those 2 guys will go for 25-plus, let alone the 20 that we need here. Diabate, this game starts at 3. It's a weird rescheduled matchup, and we're going to get to that a little bit more in just 1 second. He's been active on the glass. The Pelicans are bottom 2 in the NBA over their last 7 in rebounds allowed per game. He's been active when he wants to be, and then there's other games where we'll just go for 4 or 6. This isn't a Chua situation where we're going to have to deal with this dude sitting on the bench because the coach has an issue with him, whatever that is. No, Diabate's playing 30-plus minutes in all of these games. He's a true big. He'll have guys to match up with him, Misi, Queen, all of those dudes on the other side. I think he'll be on the court a lot and grab us 10 boards. And then Anthony Edwards, we're going right back to the well. Last time they played the Grizzlies, multiple opportunities of 4-plus assists, wasn't able to get there. I think he's going to play tonight. If he does play, then he should be able to get us the 4-plus assists that we need. Plus 283 there. Here, we're just going to take those 2 out and add in Zubats for 8-plus rebounds. Alperen Şengün, Kawhi Leonard, 20-plus points, and Ivica Zubats, 8-plus rebounds is plus 180. Just a simple plus 100 parlay for us. I'm throwing Zubats in there because the Sixers are bottom 10 in opposing rebounds, and nobody grabs the ball on the glass more than Zubats there in LA. He's active when he's on the court, which is sometimes you get him off the court because of the matchup. Here you're going to be facing Embiid. He's a true 5. Embiid's a true 5. He's going to be sticking with him there in this one. I would expect Zubats to play a lot and grab us the 8 boards that we need. So Şengün, Kawhi, 20-plus points, and then Zubats, 8-plus rebounds, plus 108. Last, we're going to go with the NBA total. The Pelicans and Hornets under 231.5 at minus 110 here. When you look at what the Pelicans have done, They've gone under this in 3 of their last 5 road games. You look at what the Hornets, 4 of their last 6 home games. And if you date it back a little bit, it looks like, wow, these Hornets totals are crazy. Things changed for them. All of a sudden, they started taking a lot more pride in the defensive end. They wanted to play a lot slower games, muck it up, and work that way. And they're having success doing it. They're way closer to 500 than they were when they were playing those high-paced, ugly games. They're playing good defense. They bring guys off the bench who want to defend, who know their roles, who aren't out there trying to get theirs for their next contract in the NBA. I really like what they're doing right now defensively. I like what they're doing as a team. And against the Pelicans team, I do think it'll be kind of ugly. Weird 3 o'clock tip. I think we're going to see a lot of defense in this one. And the Pelicans, as bad as they've been this season, they're also like bottom or top 14, top 13 in opposing defense over their last 6 games. So they're slowly starting to turn around. And they've got the pieces, right? Like Trey Murphy is an all-defensive NBA type of guy. So I think they're going to play some defense here. Give me the Pelicans and Hornets under 231.5 at -110.
There you have it. That's the show. Beltway Ben. We bookend our show every day by showing our work. Yeah, I've been really good outside of soccer, but soccer's been kicking my ass. We got some emails. We appreciate them. Email us, wannabetwithus@gmail.com. We got a great email giving us a lot of feedback and also saying that the clock is a distraction. I just think our shows were getting too long. I like the fact that this clock is ridiculous and unpredictable. So I think the clock's here to stay, Beltway Ben, don't you? I mean,
yeah, I don't see a reason to take it. And like we can always go for another 20 to 30 seconds.
Right. I mean, Ben lets it ride when he has to because I go too long because I'm washed. But again, we appreciate everybody who watches, listens. If you're a watcher and you want to be a listener, download, subscribe, and download us on the Spotify or the Apple Tunes, Apple Podcast, whatever. Watch us on the Twitter. Watch us on the YouTube. I do think it's a visual show. I do cringe a little bit when people call this a podcast. This is not a podcast. It's not a podcast. It's a show. It's a TV show. It's a complete ripoff of PTI, only with gambling. That's what it is. And far less of a budget and worse props. Anything for you to add, Beltway Ben?
No, not at all. Let's have another good fun night. And Doug Christie is just chump. How about that? Doug Christie.
Shady Beeswax in Deutschland, in Birmingham, England, and in DC yesterday.
Yeah.
In the district, right here in the DMV. So that's the show. I think we're at 11 all week. Do you have anything crazy this week?
No, I think we're good for 11.
Yeah, so we should be. I don't know, like the ice and everything's over. I'm then not anticipating, although they're talking about like a coating, like a 1-inch coating Tuesday night. So maybe he goes in a little late Wednesday, but I don't think it'd be enough to mess this up. So we should be live at 11 all week. And that's the show. You want to bet? We want to bet. Thank you, UMKC Ruse, for being you. Thank you for tuning in.